Welcome to YLC, the Young Leaders Committee that promotes and grows youth leadership that ensures the future leaders lead from today by educating and inspiring them to soar higher and higher.
Welcome to YLC, the Young Leaders Committee, the platform that educates, enlightens, inspires, and walks young people into leadership from their youth. Young people, your leadership era begins today. No longer wait for tomorrow. This is the third session in this episode. Remember, the theme is equipped but restricted. That's the theme for this month. And this particular session is restriction and energy and enthusiasm. How energy and enthusiasm come into it and what roles they play. To be equipped is vital to excellence in performance. However, there's the need for the equipped worker to have the appropriate and adequate measure of energy and enthusiasm in order to perform. The place of these two elements is manifest from the discussion that follows. However, we will first discuss what energy and enthusiasm mean in this context. Energy is generally defined from the sphere of physics and chemistry, but it goes way beyond them. In that sphere, energy is defined as the capacity or power to do work, such as the capacity to move an object of a given mass by the application of force. This form of energy can exist in a variety of forms, such as electrical, mechanical, chemical, thermal, or nuclear, and can be transformed from one form to another. There is yet another form of energy among humans that is essential to be enthused and steered to venture into work. Some call it human energy, which has been defined as the amount of stamina, vigor, or interest a person has to engage in a particular activity. While energy has to do with vigor, it also embraces charisma, aura, and temperament. People who are equipped sometimes need the type of energy that will propel them into the work with their new skills, prepared to perform. This form of human energy leads to higher levels of work satisfaction, performance, and productivity. On the other hand, we have enthusiasm. It is that strong excitement of feeling, that element that inspires zeal and fervor. It is the strong excitement and active interest which wells up from within the equipped worker and spurs him to get into the work with high hopes and clear desires for results. Enthusiasm is that thing, that element which causes a feeling of excitement and active interest in something that is cherished. Another scholar defined enthusiasm in a way that brings in energy into it. He says, enthusiasm is a feeling of energetic interest in a particular subject or activity and an eagerness to be involved in it. So the two go together. And that's why we want to use them to look at restriction after we have been equipped. In this context, we find that restriction is an energy sapper. It makes enthusiasm to wane. The result is that the worker is demotivated, demoralized, and discouraged to the extent that he doesn't see the need to plunge into the work, to engage the new equipment received, whether it's mental or material equipment. Restrictions take various forms. Psychological inhibitions, for example, are the form of inner restrictions that keep even equipped workers from jumping into their work. A cardinal factor among them is negative attitude. Scarcely can one find a stronger restraining factor than discouraging negative attitude at workplace. There are policies and other organizational factors that take away the enthusiasm of equipped workers who ordinarily should jump into the fray to use their new equipment. Some bureaucratic tendencies, such as delay in reassigning the newly equipped worker to a new office or job, could steal the enthusiasm for work and drain the energy that drives on in the work. There is a perspective to these issues we want to consider. We urge workers to learn to enthuse themselves and build up the needed work energy to get on to work no matter the discouraging factors they may face. For some workers, money and material things may boost their short-term enthusiasm, but will not ensure it for a long time. For other workers, the key to cultivating your enthusiasm could be to commit yourself to a cause that transcends your self-interest and that you are passionate about. This is tricky and highly subjective because what sustains enthusiasm differs with individual workers and, of course, should be different. What you set before you to motivate and energize you to work depends on your personality and circumstance. As said earlier, for some people, it is money and material gains from work that energize them to plunge into the work. There are, however, workers who are motivated by work itself, relationship, promotion, or status, among others. There is a second exhortation which is worthy of note and emphasis. Seek out and commit to a cause that transcends your self-interest. It should be a cause that compels you to attack your life and career with a spirit of commitment and adventure. Rather than thinking about your paycheck, your focus is on your cause. As you think about your passionate cause, be aware that whatever your position happens to be, see it as the floor and not the ceiling of what you are willing and able to do. In other words, see your job as the platform upon which you add your special strengths and talents. Against all restrictions, learn and build the required work energy and enthusiasm that no circumstance can hardly douse or diminish. It's really up to you, the worker, to guard against your energy and enthusiasm being drained or diminished. Resist it. This was one reason we began this series with battles. This is one battle, and we ask you to ensure that you win this battle. Refuse to go under. With your new equipment, endeavor to soar higher than ever. Thanks for tuning in. Please take note, Young Leaders Committee is a mentoring group for the growth and stability of young leaders as well as prospective leaders. It promises potentials and opportunities for encountering all classes of young people and turning them around into excellent materials. Registration has commenced. The earlier you get registered, the better your chances. You can use the link on the screen, www.gedamconsult.com, to register. It's free. We hope to meet you there.